everyone to rise, stand up. Let's make three bows to gods and Buddhas. First bow, second bow, third bow, one bow to Paishu Shanti, one bow to Pushoshi Pusa. Now please be seated. Now please allow me briefly explain today's agenda. The first session of our class is Tao term explanation. Every week we choose a term that holds great significance in our society. The These terms represent essential concepts that guide us on the path of Tao cultivation. Just as strong foundation supports a building, these concepts form the solid groundwork for our Tao cultivation. It's good for our spiritual growth. Following that, we will have our 40-minute Tao lecture. Being a Tao member, we encourage you to participate in the 5-year Tao cultivation courses. As we are Tao members, we are also students of Chong the College. So attending Tao lectures will contribute to our records, and after we have fulfilled the necessary requirements, we will be awarded a certificate, a spiritual diploma that holds great significance in the heaven. Through these lectures, we will also enhance our wisdom and understanding of life. So I urge you to listen attentively and with patience. And the Heart Sutra. Akhilesh brother will display the sutra for us. Once we have completed the readings, you will have about 20 seconds to say your prayers. With sincere devotion, your prayers will surely reach to gods and Buddhas. I am sure they will answer your prayers and make dreams come true. Now, without further delay, let's begin our Tao Tam explanation. And for today's Tao Tam explanation, we have a very great person with over here, our Master Huang, our beloved master with us. So I would like to invite him with a big round of applause. Good evening, Master.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Master.
Can
Good
you hear my
evening.
voice?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, first of all, I need to express my gratitude to all sages that give me the chance to introduce the best terms from all sutra. We call it the short and the other short, SHORE. It means this side and another side, because this is the very important concept. Every day we read a sutra, like a Heart Sutra. We also talking about paramita from this side to another side. So it's I think it's my duty to introduce the best the terms to everyone, and how to recognize and how to explore your inspiration and insight to get the realize your uh, really wisdom and talking about these the terms. So first of all, we talking the short. This short, you mean the current. We was born here. The current life, we already were born here. So the current life, we took this name is this short, and we always suffer the samsara, the reincarnation is like a greater ocean, the great ocean, and the desires and the thoughts, evil thought, good thought, you are thinking, good mind, evil mind, of beings are boundaries. And sometimes ignorance and unawares our awareness or the unconsciousness or the consciousness become larger, swell, SWELL, swelled, and give rise to the doubt and all kinds of the karma, and the cycles of birth and death, to the suffering, to the bitterness, affliction, distress that has no limit, and from the our self, from ourselves, which ourselves cannot escape, cannot stop this reincarnation. And because in this short, we call it we can talk, we can enjoy, we can tolerate every kind of affliction. 堪忍世界, we just say that we can忍 any kind of the sufferings. Everyone can tolerate, and they don't know how to get rid of all these kind of the sufferings. So these they no any choice because they don't have the wisdom to reach the another shore, other side. Okay, so we have this the chance to have the merciful the Buddhas use the light or the great wisdom to shine through the dust of desires and to put an end to our suffering completely. So this the only way, only the program, only the wisdom can ferry you to another side. Ferry, this is a raft, is a boat, then carry yourself to the another side. So this is the important the method to gain the wisdom. According to the ancient sages, there are three kinds of the wisdom. One is from our language. Another is from your personal insight. INSIGHT, insight, like you can investigate, you can watch over your mind and get the insight. And wisdom is the true appearance, is your true self, your true appearance. 实相般若 is we translated实相般若 is a true appearance. So these are the terms. So today we can have this kind of introduction about how to gain wisdoms. So suppose we give an example. Suppose the moon shine the light during the many dark evening. Or so the moon is we can say the moonlight is so merciful, like a wisdom. So every the senior, let's stretch out the fingers, the palm, and the moon, show you the wisdom to learn, to gain. So I think everyone have a good chance to learn some the program from the every senior's fingers to point at the moonlight, show you the wisdom to enlarge your life. So we also have we need to illustrate one story. Many it represent this show the special point. Like we give you the many important stories. Ancient time, we always talking about this story. Once upon a time, there was a mute, M-U-L-E, mute, three kind of animals. One is a horse, another is the donkey, but another one is a mule. So the mother is the horse, the father is donkey. So father and mother combined together give birth to the mule. So three kind of animal can carry heavy load. So this is the story from the mule. So this a mule story. You mean our life like a mule, who had always work 1 minute, who had always worked in the rice pounding mills. Some the ancient time they remove the shaft from the rice, they pounding the rice. So the duty for the mule always day after day, you work in circle, around the working place. So one day he was too old to pull the millstone, the working tools. And the owner of the mule talked to the mule. You have worked all your life. Now you are old enough and you should retire from work. And from now on, you will eat tender grasses, sleep longer, and enjoy your carefree lifestyles. And the mule, however, could not handle living like this. He could walk in circles around the tree day after day, the same style he worked. So the human being in this show, in this site, also like this way of life. So some people already old enough and they retire from their office, from their working places, and they are still work for some well-beings or their son and their grandson working continue in order to help the son and grandson to buy the property, to buy the something, and continue to work to the factory to work, to the office to work again. So what's the difference between the mule and our retirement? We still work all the rest of our life. So this the suffering always everyone can tolerate this kind of affliction and this kind of bitterness. So because this is the bitterness, this is this is short. So the story we can have the reflection and the ordinary people the same styles, the same situation. Okay, in order to cross the sea or to reach the another side, or we just say cross the sea or the samsara and realize Niwan. We introduced the Niwan. Niwan is the Nepal is what is mean by the other shore. So what is the meaning of Nivan? It means extinguish the fire of distress completely. So attain the whim of perfect enlightenment. And all beings can transcend the birth and death to reach the final state of bliss, happiness. BLISS, the bliss. Okay, so this the our best introduction about this side and another show, this show and another show. So we do our best to read the sutra. Coming every Sunday we read the sutra. Also talking about how to reach the another show. Okay, so I think this the simply the introduction or this concept. Everyone can have this kind of understanding and do our best to enlarge our wisdom to gain some wisdom from everyone's fingers to point the moonlight for us to shine forth our life. Okay, thank you. You are listening with us. So this I think this the my introduction about the show and the other show. And we hope any comments and any someone can give the supplement to this the topic, and we have everyone to increase our game. Thank you so much. So we hand over our mic to Shubham. Thank you, you are listening with us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Master. Thank you for explaining the Dow terms for this shore and the other shore. Okay, so for the following, we're going to make a lecture. Okay, for this, the topic of the lecture will be the role model sages of the Baiyang era. Remember, in our morning prayer, evening prayer, after we read the repentance verse, we will make 5 bows to 进攻祖师, right? And then 5 bows to 天然古佛 and 5 bows to 东华圣母. Okay, so these are okay. So for this lecture, we're going to introduce the lecture Zhang. Well, lecture Zhang has been cultivating Dao for over 40 years. He's very fluent in both English and Japanese, and he joined the Taipei English Dao class when it was established in 1998. He seems to have used his language skills to the fullest potential. He also has been actively involved in the English Dao seminar and various English Dao classes, supporting our foreign friends in their Dao cultivation journey. Lecturer Zhang has a deep understanding of the classics of Buddhism, Confucianism, and Taoism. He frequently references quotes from these texts as well as from Holy Revelations, offering profound insights. In his spare time, he remains dedicated to study, serving as an inspiring role model for Dao cultivators. I think today's the lecture, it seems I have confused about the contents of the lecture. So later, listen carefully. We will listen to lecture Zhang for the better understanding of the role model sages. Okay, so help me welcome lecture Zhang. Let's give him a big applause.
So lecture Zhang, yes, thank you. Now we see the slide.
Is okay? My voice and the slide?
Yeah, very clear. Thank
Okay.
you.
So shall we start?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, it's my honor to have this opportunity to share this topic, the model of sages. And before my sharing, I would like to say thank you to the grace of Heavenly Master Almighty God, the grace of our holy teachers, Jigong Living Buddha and Yue Hui Bodhisattva, and the mercy from our grand senior elder Bai Shui Shengdi. Now, I think many Tao societies are celebrating the 30th anniversary of our Lao Qianren Bai Shui Shengdi, who achieving the Buddhahood or sainthood, and our senior elder Qianren and never resting Bodhisattva, and the encouragement of our Dao transmitting masters, and most importantly, because you that I have this opportunity to share this topic, the model of sages. Let's begin. As the saying goes, a bird can fly afar as long as it follows phoenix. A person can be virtuous as long as he learns from saints and sages. So today we will learn 4 great sages in Chinese history who be our role model for us to cultivate ourselves. So how to be great? First, and like the great learn to be great. We have the aim and the goal, learn from the great, the role model, and finally we can be great. Confucius and four sages. First one, I think after Confucius, originally Confucius wanted to transmit or convey the Taoist to Yanhui, but he passed away earlier in the young age because later I will introduce Yanhui because the lifespan, it doesn't matter for you to achieve sainthood or Buddhahood. And then I will introduce Zhengzi. And so because Yanhui passed away earlier, so without other choice, Confucius choose another disciple, Zhengzi, to be his successor. And then we know Zhi is the offspring who wrote the doctrine of the mean. And then mentions he's the second greatest sage after Confucius. So I will introduce one by one. So because when Confucius, now we say that is the timing of Confucian, and it's a great influence to the whole world. And as we know, there's an episode that Confucius once upon a time visited Lao Tzu and Confucius 问礼于老子, and so he asked a question to, I think that his li that means about Dao, but Dao is so profound, it's very difficult to understand. So Confucius used very simple and easier way for the ordinary people to follow and finally achieve. That means to fulfill the duties of as a human being, then return to heaven. So as we know, the Confucius, he passed in his lifetime. There's a saying goes, 天不生仲尼，万古如长夜. As long as Confucius was not born to this secret world, the whole world will be like in a long dark night. That means Confucius played a very important role to not only to Chinese but to all the human beings. So he's not only a great teacher but also a philosopher, politician, and musician. I think is that's why we say always say 君子不器. That means as a Tao cultivator, we are not limited by certain talents. So that means we are very flexible, like our Qi Gong, living Buddha, and we are all little Qi Gong, right? So, but during Confucius' lifetime, here's a brief introduction. At the age of 3-year-old, his father already passed away. And at the age of 16, his mother also passed away. And the age of 69, his son, Kong Li, also passed away. It's very sad because normally we say 白发人送黑发人. That means the son or the children pass away earlier than their parents. It's very sad, right? So, but at the age of 70, his most favorite student, Yan Hui, also passed away. And even though Confucius' son Kong Li passed away, he already is not so, it's very sad. But when Yan Hui passed away, Confucius said, "Oh, God was going to destroy me, 天上雨，天上雨." So he was so reluctant to accept this kind of reality. And as we know that even though he is the greatest teachers, however, someone described that he is like a street dog. You know, a dog. Now Taiwanese people, I think many advanced countries, they like to raise the pets. So we we say the saying goes, 孝犬马之劳. That means you are the servant for the dogs, pets, and the horse. Is very something ridiculous. So here are some major sufferings in Confucius' lifetime. At age of 56, disused by people of Kwang, because his appearance is like the gangster Yang Hu. So, and the people in Kwang hated Yang Hu very much. So, but we say as we think so without. I think here also a kind of trials and tribulation to Confucius. And the age of 59, certain by having a tree cut down. That means, I think in the ancient time, they don't have the classroom with AC air condition. However, they have to choose a big tree, and over there, Commissioner could talk to his students. But another big guy called Huan Tui, he hated Commissioners very much, so he just cut down the tree in order to frighten the Commissioners. And at the age of 63, he heard another story. Confucius suffered from starvation in the border of Chen and Cai for almost 1 week. Suppose you are not fasting, but even for 1 day or 2 days, you don't have any meals to eat, you feel kind of starvation. However, Confucius at the time almost 1 week. So one of Confucius' disciples called Zhi-lu. Zhi-lu, he's a person very, very straightforward. He complained to Confucius saying that since we are working for heaven, and how come we still suffer this kind of starvation and this kind of adversity? Like Zhi-lu say, however, Confucius said, 君子固穷，小人穷斯滥矣. That means it's certain that as a true cultivator, we will encounter a lot of trials and tribulations, but we never change our mind. So Confucius asked another student called Zigong. Zigong, as we know, he's very good at forcing our handling the business. So he is very, we can say, is very critical. He think his answer is, oh, maybe your teachers, your idea or the Tao is the standard is too high. Shall we lower down our standard for people to achieve it? However, Confucius did not agree with Zigong's suggestion. And so Confucius asked another student, as I mentioned, Confucius' most favorite student called Yan. And let's see what Yan Hui's answer. Yan Hui answered that, oh, since Tao is so profound, so we have to do our utmost effort to achieve in terms of Tao or true nature. If the Tao cannot Tao propagation cannot go on so smoothly, is the problems of us. That means we do not do it very well. We should try our best again. So after listening to Yan Hui's responding and answer, Confucius was so touched. Even though I have 3,000 students, as long as one student like Yan Hui, that is enough. So some virtues and ideas that we can learn from Confucius. And Confucius mentioned that at the age of 15, he started to study hard, and 30 had achieved insight and virtues and firm in his mind. And at the age of 40, had no confusion. And 50, any degree. I think he knew, because at the time, Tao was transmitted only based on one-to-one basis. So, 单传独授. So, even though Confucius received a heavenly degree, but he could not announce to all his disciples. And at the age of 60, not being disturbed, but what came to his ears. So that means he can be his own master. And at the age of 70, nothing that his heart desired would transgress what was right, which means everything he is in his behaviors of mind always can follow the standard of Tao. That means he is of oneness with Tao. What kind of model and influence to the human beings? So here, this is the main morality in Confucian, that is called Ren. So it's very, I think the highest standard to be Ren. So I think someone asks, oh, who is I think it's Lu Ai-gong, the head of state Lu, and who among your disciples who can achieve this morality? And Confucius mentioned that, oh, only 颜回3月不为人，其余则日夜自焉而已。Only 颜回 can achieve the standard of Ren, even though facing some kind of adversity and difficulties in his lifetime. Later, I will introduce some virtues of Yan Hui. So since it's very difficult to achieve the more standard of in terms of the, but in the another you mentioned that if Berlin out a thin remote, but it said that I wish to be benevolent, then benevolent will be at hand. So, like when you take the MRT or the bus, you can retreat the seat for the aging people or the people in inconvenient situation, something like that. So every can do that, right? And then some virtues, he is never tired of learning and teaching. So I think it's I ever wrote an article that actually it's very easy to achieve sainthood or Buddhahood. For example, it's like this, and for Confucius, achieving a sainthood only due to things. Never tired of learning. That's what we are doing. And never tired of teaching. That means we are powering down or powering down to other countries, like in 黄母训子世界. That means a book um, given by our Heavenly Master. He mentioned that 开荒下种第一功. Like a lot of teachers, meeting masters, lecturers like Master Huang and a lot of lecturers, Joseph Monica and so on and so forth, they propagate down, pattering down to other countries. That's very very excellent. And like Golden Buddha, he also, in terms of achieving Buddhahood, only need to do two things. One is never tired of pursuing Buddhahood, 上求佛道, and never tired of inspiring session means 下化众生. So that means learning without certification and without feeling tired, and Confucius, which is both are not difficult to Confucius. So I think time is a little bit delayed, so I will speed up my sharing. And the second one is talking about, as I mentioned before, Yan Hui, the most virtuous student among 3,000 Confucius disciples. He understood the essence of Confucianism the most. However, his age only 41 in his lifetime. However, I think in the 道德经 it mentioned that 死而不亡者寿. The person, even he passed away, but still his spirit still in everyone's mind. So it's called longevity. Like Yan Hui is almost more than 2,500 years ago, but still we remember there's a student Yan Hui who is very showing down in his lifetime. So he is venerated in Confucian temple as among the four sages called the Fu Shen, the continuance of the sage. So some virtues that we can learn from the Yan Hui. And the first one is never change his mind when encountered trials and tribulations, as I mentioned. And in his daily life, we said, "Oh, Yan Hui is such how come a very virtuous person?" let's see in his diet with a single bamboo dish rice, a single gourd dish to drink, and his been narrow land, while others cannot endure the distress. However, the key point, he did not change his joy to be affected by it. So that's Confucius so admire Yan Hui's virtue in such a way. And he did not transfer his anger to others. He did not repeat a fault. 颜回不迁怒，不贰过. It's very difficult for the people who did not get angry, right? And here I have to emphasize he did not repeat a fault or make the second mistake, which means when we have our deviant thoughts in our mind, that is the first mistake. And when we have these deviant thoughts or evil thoughts, if we put them into action, that's second mistake. So as we are all human beings and ordinary people, sometimes we may have deviant thoughts. However, we can introspect, use a three treasures to reflect upon ourselves. So this example from Yan Hui, we can see that he is smart, yet very humble. Thus, we can learn from above I mentioned the virtues of Yan Hui. So this third one, because as I mentioned, Yan Hui passed away earlier than Confucius. So without other choice, Confucius had to find another successor. So he found that, oh, that's a student who is famous for his filial piety and down-to-earth personality. So let's see what we can learn from Zhenzi. As I mentioned earlier, Zhenzi also wrote a book called among the four books called Great Learning, and lecturer Li Weber also in 2 months shared his understanding about the Great Learning. As in the beginning, I mentioned also from my PowerPoint is that first we have to learn to be great, learn from the great, and finally everyone can be great. So as I mentioned, Zhengzi, he was not smart, but learned to be down to earth. So he used three ways, 3 points to introspect with himself. The first one is in transacting business for others may not loyal, and whether in interacting with people may have been not trustworthy, and whether I may not have mastered and practiced the instruction of my teacher. So, like you are learning yoga or tai chi, he used his basic ways. That means some basic movements in this way that that means when a tree, his root is very deep rooted. So when encounter some difficulties, never influenced by the outside world. So some virtues that we can learn from Zhenzi, as I mentioned before, Zhenzi is a very filial person and be responsible and down to earth, and he fulfilled the mission of the perfection of benevolence as his responsible, not heavy, on with that his mission stuff. Is it not long? So from Zhengzi, we can say that it doesn't matter, even though he's not so smart, because we are all dark cultivated, and yet he learning diligently. So in this way, he can also be a sage. And in our Tao society, like especially our grand senior year, the 白雪圣地, and also our 前人 never raised him for Sabbath. In our those society, we say practicing filial piety is practicing Dao, 行孝即行道. So last but not least, I will mention the second greatest sage called Mencius. Some very interesting story about Mencius in his lifetime. And he, because at the time in Mencius, there are a lot of schools and theories. For example, Yang Zhu is very selfish. They say even if one single hair can benefit others, he will not do that. And like Mo Zi, even though he tortured himself for the sake of the people, he will do that. And 摩顶放踵，以利天下为之。But they all go to the extreme. Mencius said we have to find the moderate way that everyone can fulfill that. So he said that everyone is born with kind heart, 人性本善. So he lived at the age of 84. In that time, because the medical situation was not so good, he could live up to 84 age. As the saying goes, it's very rare for people to have the lifespan of 70. So that's because Confucius, he said that 无善养无好人正气. That means I'm very good at cultivating my positive energy. So what kind of positive energy that we can learn from Mencius? So he mentioned that benevolence is propriety and wisdom not infused into us from outwards, but is inside every one of us. And human beings are born with kindness. He gave an example for, as you see that, oh, there's a child was going to drown into a well, and the first you will think that I have to rescue this little boy first. You don't think about, oh, I'm not aware from maybe receiving some criticism that, oh, you are seeing someone in danger, but you are not give your helping hand. Or maybe, oh, you think someone after I rescue this little boy, you will get some rewards, something like that. So use from the first thought. So this is why mention that we all have this kind of kind heart. So here, as I mentioned, I'm skillful in nourishing my positive energy. So because this energy can fill us up all between heaven and earth, so we can have a very long lifespan. And how come Mencius can become such a great person? One of the reasons is because his mother. As we know that the little boy is very good at imitating people's behaviors. So The first place because his house very near the graveyard, so mencius learned on to pray some rituals because they see it very open, and his mother think, oh, it's not good way to teach mencius, so his mother moved to the place near the market. However, in the market, that they only pursue the benefits for themselves, so it become very selfish. So it's also not good for mentions. So, oh, that's a very good idea to move to place close to school because people they will study very hard. However, once upon a time, Mencius just escaped our play truant from the school. So his mother saw Mencius' behaviors. Mencius' mother just cut the course to teach his son. If you pray truant like your way, then all your efforts will go in vain. So after inspired by his mother, Mencius from then on studied very hard. So some virtue we can learn from Mencius, and never indulge in fame and wealth, never give up his girlfriend in the poverty and hardship, never surrender to power and something like that. So he's a very high AQ. So it also mentioned that I like this paragraph very much because it mentioned that uh, all kind of sufferings is a way for us to inspire or to teach some kind of talents. So we have to be thankful when we encounter some difficulties because we know that everything is God's best arrangement. And as I will quote the Italian actor Roberto Benigni, who of the movie he won the best Oscar award actor. This film called "Life Is Beautiful," and during the ceremony he receiving the award, he said one very important sentence. He said, "The best gift from my parents is poverty, not gold or money." So, conclusion. So, among the four sages, we can know that that Confucius is so knowledgeable and so wise, and Yan Hui is so smart but humble, and Zhengzi is not so smart but very practical and down to earth and filial, and Mencius is use his positive energy to face all kind of situation. So I will quote another sentence by Yan Hui say that, oh, what kind of son is the ancient emperor, and what kind of man I am. If we can adjust ourselves, we can become one of them as well. So above all, what I learned from the four sages, and if I made any mistake, I beg forgiveness from all the sages and all the heavy metal and Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and everyone can become a saint or sage in the future. Thank you very much.
Okay, I want to say thank you to Lecturer John for sharing with us this wonderful lecture, the four sages and the four books. Okay, thank you, Lecturer John. I'm sure right now we have better understanding of the four sages. Okay, thank you. Okay, so right now we'll proceed to our next session. We'll read the sutra. So first of all, before we read the sutra, we would like to invite Shubham brother. Can you guide us to read the prayer verse? Hello, Shubham. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, okay. Shubham is not online. Okay, so can we invite Akhilesh? Can you read the prayer verse for us, Akhilesh?
Yes, Lauser. I will
Okay.
read. Yeah, thank you so
Okay,
much.
read the prayer verse.
Yeah, I just shared the screen. So, okay. Screen.
Okay, so Akhilesh, you remember the prayer verse? If you can remember, then no need to share the slides.
Okay. So, I think it's done. It's sharing or not?
No, not yet.
Okay. So I using my mobile, so I don't.
Yes.
Yeah. So please make 3 pause. 1, 2. उच्च और गहन धर्म को सीखना बहुत मुश्किल होता है, लेकिन अब मुझे सुनने और सीखने का मौका मिलता है। मैं उन शिक्षाओं को समझने में अपनाने के लिए तैयार हूँ। मेरे मन में जो गलत विचार है, मैं उनसे मुक्त होने की प्रतिज्ञा लेता हूँ। मेरे मन में जो दुख है, मैं उन्हें समाप्त करने की प्रतिज्ञा लेता हूँ। मेरे मन में धर्म अनंत है, मैं उसे अध्ययन करने की प्रतिज्ञा लेता हूँ। मेरे स्वभाव में बुद्धत्व सर्वोच्च है, मैं उसे प्राप्त करने की प्रतिज्ञा लेता हूँ। प्लीज मेक 3 pause. 1, 2, 3 pause.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so right now we'll read the Mida Sutra. One more time, can we request Akhilesh brother? Okay, so continue to read the Mida Sutra, guide us to read the Mida Sutra, represent us. Okay, so thank you.
Okay, Raj.
It's okay, Akhilesh, if you can read the Mida Sutra, then no need to share the slide.
Okay. Please make 3 pause. 1, 2, 3 pause. 空诵弥勒救苦真经，佛说弥勒救苦经，弥勒下世不废情，灵宝齐鲁灵山地，年华印证靠山僧，楼塞中央三圣地，大正四川王桃心，天真所愿挂圣号，等待支持点神兵，云雷震开无极土。天下神归不安宁，亲
在
和睦，金莲圣教归山生，天花老母出有仙，所愿鲜花赛古东，南北两极连所随，浑圆古色赛中央，老母降下通千条，无影三千对合同，婴儿要帅归家去。常年当来弥勒经，愿见常年佛来救，多多金莲去朝圣，吃多喜来白杨树，香儿点贴花真情，美乐就是长十年，站在巴南不来亲，要想成佛千里拜，常是双明智慧心，谢天谢人护守法。老算10000年无声，老母降下真天咒，有心常年有神通， 满天星都下世，五怀列现下天光，各方真方来对好，报社令从下德行，三观是北大地主，涉水上手救众生。秋苦天春来救世，天天万不解地神，八大金刚来护法，舍为菩萨救众生。金陵三尺烈焰江，500观清水干，护住弥勒成大道，保佑香港的安宁。北方真武为将帅，青莲后发现神通，这期朝气这了月。投地上楼起保险，为真北方为闪手，诸经诸恶挂甲兵，大军元人强儿女，火光落地化为尘，四海龙王来指导，各家相愿去成通，十方天兵护佛家，保佑弥勒去成功。弘扬了的归家吹，传道3年弥勒尊，不忘车林居家身，守护那年归江中，来往作家真亚洲，传家当来大上京，婴儿茶女唱。
邪神不敢来近身，持念
车年已变成真的，车年两边的朝圣，车年3边生魁拔，王连节目化为尘，手指间内顺路径，念起真言归佛灵，南无天元太保阿弥陀佛。
Okay, please make 10 bows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bows. Very good. So right now we'll proceed to read Heart Sutra, Xin-min. So shall we invite Joy, Lecture Chan, to read please turn on your mic, unmute your mic, and represent us to read the Heart Sutra. All together, let's make 3 bows. 1, 2, 3.
恭诵般若波罗蜜多心经，观自在菩萨行深般若波罗蜜多时，照见五蕴皆空，度一切苦厄。舍利子，色不异空，空不异色，色即是空，空即是色，受想行识亦复如是。舍利子，是诸法空相，不生不灭，不垢不净，不增不减。是故空中无色，无受想行识，无眼耳鼻舌身意，无色声香味触法，无眼界，乃至无意识界，无无明，亦无无明尽，乃至无老死，亦无老死尽，无苦集灭道，无智亦无得，以无所得故，菩提萨埵依般若波罗蜜多故，心无挂碍。无挂碍故，无有恐怖，远离颠倒梦想，究竟涅盘。三世诸佛依般若波罗蜜多故，得阿耨多罗三藐三菩提。故知般若波罗蜜多是大神咒，是大明咒，是无上咒，是无等等咒，能除一切苦，真实不虚。故说般若波罗蜜多咒。即说咒曰：揭谛揭谛，波罗揭谛，波罗僧揭谛，菩提萨婆诃。
Okay, all together, let's make 3 bows. 1, 2, 3 bow. Okay, now please hold your hand sign and close your eyes. Let's pray. I'll represent all of you to read the prayer verse and then donate our virtues and merits to Shailesh brother. We would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for the grace of heaven, to the virtues of our holy teachers, To our grand senior elder, 白水圣地. To our senior elder, 不修习菩萨. Now we have read Mida Sutra for one time and Heart Sutra for one time. And we would like to donate, transfer all the virtues and merits from reading the sutra to our beloved Dao brother, Shelej brother. His brother-in-law, Sajin, is having a liver failure yesterday. So our very good-hearted Shelej brother volunteers to donate his liver, part of the liver, to Sajin for saving his life. So we pray to God and Buddha for ensuring our beloved Dao brother, Shelej brother, together with Sajin brother, both of them can recover very well. We pray to God and Buddha to ensure that the operation can go very well and smoothly, successful. Make sure that our Shelej brother, Sajin brother, can both recover very soon. For all the mistakes we have made, we pray to God and Buddha for the mercy, compassion, and forgiveness. Okay, so please open your eyes. Let's make 3 bows to God and Buddha. First bow, second bow, and third bow. Okay, with sincere devotion, I'm sure our prayers will reach God and Buddhas. So they will answer our prayers. So now let's invite Namita, okay, Namita sister, to guide us for reading the 感谢. Okay, so Namita sister, can you unmute your mic, guide us to read the 感谢? Hello, Namita. Oh, Namita is not online. Okay, so shall we invite, okay, Akhilesh again. Can you guide us to read 感谢?
Yeah, yes, sir. The PPT is showing now.
Yes. Okay, now I can see the slides sharing. Okay, let's make 3 bows.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 bows. 感谢
感谢
天恩
天恩
舍的
师德，
感谢
感谢
老前人
老前人，
白水圣地，
白水圣地，
感谢
感谢
前人
前人
不修习菩萨，
不修习菩萨，
感谢
感谢
点传师，
点传师，
感谢
感谢
各位
各位
讲师，
讲师，
感谢
感谢
各位
各位
讲
前
前贤
贤贤，
给后学
给后学
机会学习
机会学习
了愿。
了愿。
Please make 3 bows. 1, 2, 3 bows.
Very good. Thank you, Akhilesh brother. Okay, for the last minute assignee. Okay, so thank you all of you once again for being here with us. We look forward to seeing you next time on Sunday. Wishing all of you a very auspicious and happy evening. Okay, so help me say goodbye to Master. Goodbye, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye,
Good night.
Master.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Master.
Good
Good night,
night.
everyone.
Good night. Thank you. Thank you,
Master. Good
everyone.
night, everyone. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.